Hey, what's good, gang? Talk back in the video, and today, boys, we got like a rant video. I'm sorry, my chair was up. But we got a little bit like of a rant video about the 49ers. We're gonna be discussing the main issue to me with the 49ers. But before we get into that, if you are new here, like and subscribe. Yeah, helps the channel and stuff. Good. All right, let's start talking, man. So we're gonna address this. The other issue with the Niners right now is injuries, man. We need to fire our freaking medical staff, the whole thing. Just restart, dog. What the hell is this? Like, our two defensive tackles are gone. Our best pass rusher, one of the best pass rushers in the league, Nick Bosa, it was out last week. We lost a cornerback to ACL tear. Javarius Ward missed half of last week's game, along with our right tackle, Mike McGlinchey. Um, Trent Williams has been hurt. George Kittle was hurt to start the season for like 3 games. We lost our quarterback that's supposed to be the franchise guy. We have no idea if he's good or not for the season. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, we lost our starting safety. Shout out to Sean Gibson and Talanoa Hufanga. They've played really well, but Jimmy Ward's a good player, a really good player. I would like to see on the field, but he was hurt with his hamstring, and then he broke his hand. Come back like, whoa, that was interesting. That was cool. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. I just can't think of them off the top of the dome right now. I really can't. Oh, Elijah Mitchell hurt. But yeah, let's start talking to this, man. So the biggest problem I've had, they kind of conjoin into one, is the offensive play calling and the offense in general. I is the main issue I have with the 49ers team right now. Uh yeah, so I've been looking. Shadow, one of my regular viewers and commenters on this channel, was was talking about how Garoppolo is 9-14 whenever the 49ers pass the ball more than they run the ball. Um, so I've been looking at that, right? Yes, and that is 100% true. Like, whenever the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, let's get the praise in real quick. He's a great offensive play calling coach. Okay, in most of it, his runs, the run ever since he's got to the 49ers, the run game's been there. The run game has been awesome. Okay, the play action off the run is always good. It really is. And then his quick pass game works out pretty well too with our receivers because Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel are all great after the catch. You could get them a quick slant or quick screen, and they could take it 80 yards to the crib. 50 yards. They could do some stuff with the ball in their hands. But there has been one pressing issue with the 49ers offense to me. And it's been the whole time Kyle Shanahan's been here. I don't know if it's personnel, so if it's limited because of Garoppolo, because that's who we have at QB, or if it's a Kyle Shanahan thing. Okay. So Shanahan, or the Niners offense, one thing that they completely struggle with, 3rd and 10. Okay, 3rd down, and you have to pass the ball. The defense knows that you like to throw quick screens or like to throw quick slants, so you can't do that. You gotta dial up a dot on 3rd and 10 to keep this game alive or to go down and tie the game or win the game. They don't do it. The Niners never fucking do it, man. I don't know what it is. Garoppolo, if his first read isn't open, he gets happy feet and then throws some stupid shit. Or I don't know if it's just Kyle Shanahan don't know how to do it, and so there's nobody open, and you just end up with this clusterfuck of nothing or terrible play. It really is weird to me. Let's take this week's game into example, the Falcons. So I feel my theory is the Niners are carried by the run game and their defense. Okay, the defense was hurt this week. They allowed 21 points. The Falcons defense scored 7 off of a fumble recovered for a touchdown. So that's not on our defense, obviously. But the offense, man, they start out down 14-0 after they fumble and give up a touchdown. So they got to go drive back. Jimmy Garoppolo does it for the most part. He finds Brandon Ayuk twice. They go tie the game 14-14. Then the Falcons go score before half. The Niners Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception at the end of half. It was like the very last play of the half, just giving the guy a chance to make a play. Didn't work. I don't blame him for that. That's not his fault, obviously. And the run game never got going. I think we had like 7 attempts from Jeff Wilson with like 20 yards, 25 yards, something like that. So it never got going. And the Niners forced Jimmy Garoppolo to pass 41 times. As you could tell, they did not win that game because if like what is it 9-14 whenever they throw the ball more than they run the ball. They 41 times compared to Jeff Wilson's 7 carries, and I think I don't know, some of the other guys had like 2 or 3. Like it was not a lot of carries. I think it was like 14 or something. I was looking at it earlier, but my mic was all. I had some filters on there I didn't mean to have. I was just messing around with, and it sounded stupid, so I restarted. I closed all those tabs, so I lost a lot of stuff. So that's why we're recording like this, just full screen, just ranting. So yeah, that's my problem. Is the Niners can't pass. If they're down points and you make the Niners pass, okay, they are gonna struggle. I don't know if it's like I said. I don't know if it's a Garoppolo thing. We will find that out next year with Trey Lance when Trey Lance gets back, because Trey Lance really didn't get in that situation with the 49ers. Like obviously, like the Bears game, I guess you could count that. Oh, Trey Lance, this is his. Yeah, it's week 1. It was raining like crazy. I don't know. That's a fluky game. It's a game you're like, damn. I like we don't know. Okay, because that it's not every game is not like that, so you don't know, right? Like so, and then we go to week 2, and it's just Trey Lance gets out injured, it fricks his ankle up, out for the year, right? That's another thing I have with a problem with Shanahan with, man. Is play calling is just mind blowing some games, dude. Like that with Trey Lance, watching him against the Bears, they ran QB power like 5 times with the kid, and I'm like, dog, he could do it. He's great at it. Trey Lance is a good running quarterback, okay? If Trey Lance is running, I either want him outside or like on a read option or him scrambling. I don't want the kid pounding the rock like a running back against 300-pound defensive lineman. Give him a one-on-one against a corner or a safety. Yeah, he could do that. But letting him get blown up by offensive linemen is not smart. And linebackers, like, no, that's stupid. I can tell you that's stupid. The only player that comes to mind that did that was, well, there's 2 actually. Tim Tebow. Yeah, we all saw how Tim Tebow turned out. That was a great. He was one of the greatest ever in college. Yeah, the NFL, he's top 5, dog. Top 5 all time. You know, that's a joke, by the way. But Cam Newton is the other one I think. Like Cam Newton and Trey Lance share little similarities. They both have a big cannon for arm. And they're both big physical runners. Cam Newton's a little bit bigger than Trey Lance, but they're physical runners as quarterbacks. Cam Newton, we saw 2015 was Cam Newton's best year, right? MVP, 15-1 Panthers go to the Super Bowl. Sadly lose. I wish they would have won that because that was a great year for the Panthers. It was really exciting. I loved watching that team. But now they suck. But now they're stuck with Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. But like, and then after that, what did Cam Newton do? Injuries piled up. Never looked the same. Went to the Patriots. Didn't look good. Hasn't played in the NFL since. Like that's the sad truth. If you're gonna use Trey Lance like that, the kid's simply just not gonna last that long. Like he's not gonna have he's not gonna have a long, good NFL career. He's gonna maybe have a good 2 years doing that, and then it's gonna be over for the kid. He might be over now. Who knows? Trey Lance could come back and never look good at all. This injury could have completely ruined the kid. We don't know, guys. That's why it's so scary. And like, I blame Shanahan for that. Why on 2nd and 8 do you need to risk the franchise's future on a 2nd and 8? When you're one of the best running head coaches, why do you need a quarterback that could do it? You were doing this without Jimmy Garoppolo, But yeah, so I've been questioning the coaching all year. Let's talk about the Broncos game. The Broncos game was terrible, dude. That was almost as bad as the Colts and Broncos Thursday night football game. Oh my god, that was the worst thing. The defense only allowed 9 points, but we lost 10-11 because Jimmy Garoppolo stepped out of the back of the end zone and gave him a safety. Yeah, shout out to Garoppolo. On that same play, he threw an interception that would have been a pick six, and Trent Williams got hurt. That was a great freak. That was vintage 49ers right there, dog. Oh my god. See, so that's the thing. Is Shanahan knows what he has in Garoppolo. He knows Garoppolo is not gonna rip it down the field 20 yards on a dime. He's not gonna do that. Garoppolo is a system quarterback, but he struggles a lot. Like, you want a game manager. The game manager's job is not to lose you the game, but I see so many times Garoppolo loses us the fucking game. It is so bad. Like, I don't know. It's like Garoppolo. I've come to expect a couple things from Garoppolo every game. He's gonna throw one or two passes that he just completely fucking misses the receiver. It's been, excuse me, overthrows recently. Like against the Rams, it's like the same play back to back, and he missed both the throws, high balls, first downs. And I was like, okay, I expect that from Jimmy. And then he always throws one stupid ass pass per game that, like, sometimes it's picked, and sometimes you're like, damn, Jimmy. Sometimes it's not. Like, it's just a matter of the fact that Jimmy's gonna throw one. It's just, is the defense gonna catch it or not? And hey, they've been catching them recently, dog. Like against the Broncos, for example, he threw one stupid ass pass when Deebo Samuel was like double covered. Then against the Falcons last week in a critical drive, like, all right, Jimmy, we have to go get points here so we could stay in the game. He throws it high, Deebo Samuel can't get it, and it gets tipped up in there and picked off. It's like, dude, like, come on, Jimmy. Like, Jimmy is a system quarterback, a game manager quarterback that can't. That is like, that definition of that is Alex Smith, not to lose you the football game. Jimmy Garoppolo loses the football game majority of the time, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's just really frustrating. The Niners get in shit situations, they get down, or it's a 3rd and long, and watch next week or previous Niner games. A lot of 3rd downs, it's a quick screen to Deebo Samuel or a quick slant to Brandon Ayuk or somebody. Like, that's what their passing game is, and once that gets stopped, it's ugh, yeah. So that's where I'm standing at. Like right now, the Niners passing game consists of play action passes, which is awesome. It's great because the Niners do, like I said, have a great running game. They take a lot of their shots off play action. They get Garoppolo easy throws off of play action. I like it. It works. It really is. That's how the NFL works. But whenever it's come times, all right, the defense knows Garoppolo's got to pass. What is they going to do? It's quick slant or screen. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. And once the defense stops that, Niners offense is stopped. Like, it's kind of simple. 3rd and long, or get them chasing points. Like, they're down 14-0 to the Falcons. They're down 14. They can't do it. They simply just can't do it. I don't know why. I know there is fluke where Garoppolo has done it. Like last week, I've said Garoppolo can't stretch the ball down the field. Last week against the Falcons, he had 2 passes that were dropped. It was kind of weird because, like, he threw a dot to Charlie Warner. Was that who it was? And dropped it. Reverend McLeod just went through his hands. I don't know what happened, And it's like, oh, dang, Garoppolo attempted that. That's rare to see Garoppolo attempt that. But that tells me, like, oh, yeah, the Niners they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know what to do. They're telling Garoppolo to throw that, and Garoppolo never throws that. So they're desperate. They're trying to make the plays happen, but it just doesn't. They don't know how, in my opinion, because they don't. The Niners aren't in that situation a lot because of the run game and the defense. They aren't in that situation, but when they do get in that situation, I don't think they have the experience, and then Garoppolo doesn't execute. Like, it simply doesn't, and Shanahan doesn't either. So, I don't know. That's where it's like, god dang, man. I hope Trey Lance comes back and looks better. I want to see the Niners at least next year. I want to see us get an offensive coordinator, man. Offensive coordinator or Kyle Shanahan needs to get in the damn lab and figure some shit out on passing downs, okay? Like, whenever, like 3rd and 10, figure that shit out, Shanahan. Come on, man. Like, against the Broncos, I think we went 0 for 9 on 3rd down until the 1st quarter or some shit. Like, it was, terrible. So yeah, like I want the Niners to hire somebody from like one of these great passing teams like the Chiefs or not Panthers. I want to say Chiefs or oh dang, what did I? Chiefs or Bills. I think I went to say Chiefs, and then I went to say Patrick Mahomes, and then I said Panthers. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, like the Chiefs, Bills. I want to say the Chargers because they struggle too with Herbert. Herbert's trying, man, but god dang that play calling sometimes, dog. But like from the Chiefs or Bills or Packers, even I think that's what I want to say, and then I said Panthers. And then freaking, or or like even the Bengals, man. Like get somebody in here that could help the passing game, get it working, man. A passing game coordinator or offensive coordinator, whatever you gotta call him. Get him in there, man. Get him in there. Okay, that's my rant on the 49ers. I think our passing game is the main problem with the Niners. Our drop back, everybody knows you're passing. What are you going to do? You know, and obviously the Niners haven't answered that. So, yeah, man, that's my 15-minute rant about that. Damn, it's 16 minutes now. Yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What is the fix to y'all, or is this even an issue to you? And am I just talking on my ass? But yeah, till next time, it's your boy Tybo. Peace.